Well, hey everyone, Brendan Gulick with you from Cleveland Browns training facility here in Berea. A good day for the Browns because the leading story from Berea today is that Deshaun Watson was back on the practice field for the first time in a few weeks, and we had a chance to kind of watch him go through some early warm-ups. Did not see him perform in any team situations or team drills. But leading off the practice report here this afternoon, the news is good because Deshaun was throwing a football with his teammates. Well, does that mean he's going to play on Sunday? No. It certainly seems like it's moving in that direction, though, whether it's this Sunday or soon thereafter. Amari Cooper actually told us in the locker room during some open locker room time today that Deshaun was going to be on the field. Then we heard from offensive coordinator Alex Van Pelt, who confirmed that shortly thereafter. And Alex went on to say, "Hey, look, it's part of his return to play progression." So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we watched Deshaun for half an hour and look like he was ready to throw pads on and get out there and go. But he certainly looked comfortable from what we could see. Didn't seem to be in any obvious pain. I would say he was more than just going through the motions, but it certainly wasn't a full speed practice in the drills that he was running. Mostly shorter throws. But he did uncork a couple that were 25 to 30 yards, and they looked fine as he hit receivers in stride. But again, they were drills and not, certainly not at full speed. So do with that information what you will. Deshaun Watson is throwing a football, and certainly the hope is that he's going to be back on the field here sooner than later. I thought the most notable thing we heard from any of the coordinators today was Jim Schwartz and just the attitude that they continue to have around this defense. He somewhat sarcastically, but I'm sure also seriously meant, hey, they don't give out trophies after playing well for 5 games. And the Browns defense has been excellent through 5 games. It's been the talk of the town here locally that this is a team that is on a historic run right now. The trajectory is unbelievable. Can it continue? That's obviously the big question. The Browns are planning on it. They are playing like they are one of the premier defenses in the entire NFL. Hopefully that will continue. They've got a test against them this weekend with a couple good running backs from Indianapolis, despite the fact that the Colts are going to be shorthanded without Anthony Richardson playing quarterback. But Jim Schwartz said, look, we are not in it to go play well for 5 weeks. We're not looking for trophies and praise after 5 good games. So he said that the group is pretty focused. And in talking to a couple of defensive players today, they said they are enjoying the fact that Jim Schwartz is encouraging them to celebrate and have fun after you make big plays, and to the point where he'll call you out if you don't, because he wants the game to be fun. I think that's pretty cool. We did hear from a couple of players today in the locker room. We want to share a few things with you. First, from Dalvin Tomlinson, who talked in particular about how much he enjoys trying to stop the run.
I take a lot of pride in stopping the run because you can't stop the run. You don't have to worry about pass rushing, getting sacks and the quarterback hits because they're just going to keep running the ball. It's always a safer option. So I always take pride in stopping the run. I feel like everybody up front seven, and our safeties too. They'll come and hit somebody in the A gap like a linebacker. And I don't think I've ever been a part of something like that.
Dalvin Tomlinson is quickly going to become a cult hero in Cleveland if he continues to play the way he does. I haven't seen too many guys that can play that mean on the field and be that big and imposing, but have this somewhat fun, lighthearted nature about him. I think that's really, really cool. And he is an easy guy for fans to gravitate toward. I also asked Dalvin about the fact that he's obviously new to Cleveland. And generally he has made it clear that he likes his teammates. He likes this group. And he used the word family and saying how much he enjoys being here. So I asked him what he thought about being in Cleveland in general.
Dalvin, you've talked a lot about how close you guys are as a group and how much this feels like a good situation for you. Just on a big picture level, what do you think of Cleveland?
I'm liking it so far. I'm still trying to learn the areas. People will be telling me places, I don't know where it's at. So I got to look it up on the phone and stuff. But I'm liking Cleveland. Family's liking Cleveland. And, I feel like it's a good thing for me.
Certainly like to hear that because I think Cleveland and DT are going to get along really, really well. One other clip here from this afternoon. We heard from Joel Bitonio, who obviously did not play last week, snapping 102 games in a row where he was able to get on the field. he is quite a warrior, and the fact he wasn't able to play stinks. But he joked with us a few different times where he just sort of thought it might not be that hard to play every snap because when he got here, several of his predecessors never seemed to miss any time. Joe Thomas, Alex Mack, Mitchell Schwartz, and others. So he just sort of assumed the expectation is you play every snap. And he said he's taken some pride in the fact that he's been able to be out there as long as he has. But here's Joel on unfortunately snapping that streak and trying to get back on the field here this week.
You ready to make one consecutive start in a row?
Yeah, we're working to it. I got to go to practice yesterday, move around a little bit, so I'm trying to get back on track. Kevin joked to me if I got 102 straight more starts. I don't know if I have that on me, but hopefully get back out there and try and help the team a little bit.
How close were you last week, Joel?
I wanted to bad. I was probably being a little selfish, honestly. Like, not just for the streak, but the competitor in me wanted to be on the field because I feel like I can, help the team when I'm out there. But we all decided that it was probably best to not play on 13 days post surgery, for the remainder of the season, for the 12 other games we have. But it was a tough decision. I was trying to get back there, but it wasn't quite ready. It wasn't quite ready, so it was the right decision to wait a little bit longer.
So Joel Bitonio certainly hopeful that he'll put the injury in the rearview mirror here really soon and be able to be full go as the Browns get ready for the Colts on Sunday. Week 7 in the NFL just a few days away. We will be back inside the facility tomorrow to bring you all the latest news and information on the Cleveland Browns, and certainly hope that you'll keep it tuned to Browns Digest for all the latest. I'm Brendan Gulick. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can do content like this for you all the time throughout the rest of the season. We would certainly appreciate your support there, and know that BrownsDigest.com is your home for all the latest news and info on the team.